A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry for Darrington Evans. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
To Jonnu Smith.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
The 8-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. His throw incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the return will stop right around the 25. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, Tennessee.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cody Hollister, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. To throw, Cousins. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
It's second down.
Second and 20. From the gun, here's Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. 20. 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So only even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
And all deep in his own territory. Coughs up the fumble. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
It's from the 24, Tannehill. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Interception thrown by Cousins.
Turns it here to his own 18-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now we've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter.
The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. The 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 14, Titans 7.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
Play fake. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. The big fella. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Cousins, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run for it with Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got it.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They snap it to Tannehill. Is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The 38-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Dalvin Cook.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Daquan Jones on the stop.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A 48-yard attempt.
And will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this carries into the end zone. Well, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Play action. It's Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
1st down, Tennessee.
He's going deep for Brown. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And now he loses the football. Tannehill loses it. And this belongs to the Vikings.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. As the 1st half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tannehill. Oh, look at that, a diving catch. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Second down and 7.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? To throw is Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. Able to connect, incomplete. They'll give him credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tannehill. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding position. And tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And the Titans first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Throwing again is Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
They run it again with Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball in the air and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the second round. They already had a big-time tight end in Kyle Rudolph, but now...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
Danielle Hunter on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he's got his man on the out route. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But it brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4. Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Tannehill. A diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Evans. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Vikings.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
To Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year, and that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. This will make it into the end zone, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
For 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
33.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Intercepted. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Raymond.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 48-yard line.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Titans.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
Taken in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete to Shepard. Just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 58 yards.
1-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Cousins on the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
It's Cousins on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Play action. It's Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's now
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. This one caught by Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 10.
Tannehill throwing again. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Tannehill. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a
That
yard.
last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Vikings, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host